10.3. So the first question is given to you. First, before going to learn this, what is meant by dot product and how do we find out? What is the definition of the dot product of the two vectors? Let us see here. A dot B, two vectors when you are multiplying, this is equals to magnitude of A bar, magnitude of B bar into cos theta, where theta is the angle between the two vectors A and B. Okay? Isn't it? This is a definition of the product of the two, means dot product of the two vectors. Okay? So here, with the help of this, and how do we find out the dot product is nothing but, actually, whenever you are taking into consider, any vector will be expressed with the with respect to the coordinate, means coordinate axis. The unit vectors along the coordinate axis are denoted by the I, J, K. I is the vector, unit vector along the x-axis. J is the unit vector along the y-axis. K is the unit vector along the z-axis. Suppose if A vector is written as A1i plus A2j plus A3k, and B vector is written as B1i and B2j and B3k. So this representation you need to remember that any vector, if it is given to you, A vector is written to you with a cap. So what is the meaning of that? It is a unit vector. Unit vector is nothing but a vector whose magnitude is equals to 1. Okay? Magnitude is equals to 1. So this is the thing here. And if you want to find out the dot product of these two vectors, then it is already given to you that dot product of the two vectors means two unit vectors. I dot I will be is equals to 1, and which is equals to j dot j, and which is equals to k dot k. And any vector with dot product with any other than that unit vector coordinate axis, if you are taking into consider, it is equals to 0. So from that A1 B1 we are going to get it, A2 B2 we are going to get it, and A3 B3 we are going to get it. So this is a way to find out the dot product of the two vectors. Okay? So this is a basic thing you need to know here in case of the dot product of the two vectors if it is given to you. Okay? So now the question is given to you that in this first question is given to you, find the angle between the two vectors whose magnitudes are √3 and √2, and the dot product is given to you. So magnitude of A vector is given to you as a √3, and magnitude of B vector is given to you as a 2. Then the dot product of these two vectors is given to you. The dot product is given to you √6. So from the definition of the dot product, cos theta is equals to the dot product of the two vectors divided by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar. So the dot product of the two vectors is given to you as a √6. So √6 divided by √3 into 2. We are going to get it as a 1 by √2 we are going to get it. Isn't it? 1 by √2. So from this theta is equals to, we are going to get pi by 4. So theta is equals to pi by 4. This is the way to find out the angle between the two vectors when the dot product is given to you. Second question is given that find the angle between the two vectors. Vectors is given to you in the form of the A1i, A2j, A3k, like that it is given to you. So then in that situation, the given vectors is given to you. So second problem is given to you, vectors are given to you. A vector is given to you as I minus 2j plus 3k. B vector is given to you 3, 2, 1. 3 minus 2, 3i minus 2j plus k. Now here angle between these two vectors you need to find. And how do we find out the magnitude of the two vectors? Means magnitude of any vector is equals to under root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square. Magnitude is nothing but. So the coefficients squares should be added. So 1 square plus 1 plus 4 plus 9. We are going to get under root of 14. This is magnitude of A bar. And in the same way, magnitude of B bar you need to find out. And the dot product of these two vectors you can find out. From the angle between the two vectors also you can find out. Isn't it? Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next, next question is given to you. So yesterday itself we have learned that in the previous class what is meant by a projection. Projection of a vector over the b vector or over the b vector over the another r on the vector. So here in this third question is given to you. Let us consider the first vector whatever it is given to you as a I minus j, and the b vector whatever it is given to you you consider it as a I plus j. So projection of A on B, projection of A vector on B vector is equals to, do you remember, the dot product of these two vectors divided by magnitude of B. Dot product of these two vectors divided by magnitude of B. So the dot product of the two vectors easily you can find out. What do we get dot product? 1 minus 1. 1 into 1 minus 1 into minus 1. Minus 1 into plus 1. Minus 1. So 1 minus 1 we are going to get. Whatever it may be the denominator we are going to get, the final result we are going to get. So the projection of A bar on B bar is given, you are going to get a 0. So in the same way fourth question also you can solve. These are all the very simple questions given to you. Different questions let us discuss. That's what I told to you that better you go through that whatever that videos I have given to you, and in that whatever the doubts you are getting, you need to ask. Okay, I am ready to explain to you that here. All are simple questions. So the fifth question you see that show that each of the these three vectors are the unit vectors. So how do we show that they are the unit vectors, given vectors? One vector is given to you 1 by 7. 1 by 7 into 2i plus 3j plus 6k. Whenever you write ijk, you need to write the cap compulsory. So you need to prove that these are the unit vectors. Unit vectors is, when do we say that vectors are unit vector? If their magnitude is equals to 1. So magnitude of this vector is equals to 2 by 7 whole square plus 3 by 7 whole square plus 6 by 7 whole square. So this value we are going to get it as a 1 only. So like this, other two vectors are given to you. The two vectors you need to find out. Okay, and the next question is find the magnitude of A and magnitude of B. A plus B dot product of A minus B is equals to 8, and magnitude of A bar is equals to 8 into magnitude of B bar is the given question. So this is actually very interesting question and simple question only. You can expect this question for the 2 marks. 2 marks important question this is. So the question is given to you that condition is given to you that question number 6, a plus b dot a minus b is equals to 8 is given to you, and magnitude of a is equals to 8 into magnitude of b, and a and b values you need to find out. When you take that a plus b into a minus b formula, just like you can use it, because the dot product will satisfy the commutative property. So that's why we are going to get a bar dot a bar plus, sorry, not plus, minus b bar dot b bar is equals to a bar dot a bar can be written as magnitude of a bar square minus magnitude of b bar square is equals to 8. Magnitude of a bar is equals to 8 into magnitude of b is given to you, which is whole square. So on the substitution of this, 64 magnitude of b whole square minus magnitude of b whole square is equals to 8. 63 magnitude of b whole square is equals to 8. Magnitude of b whole square is equals to 8 by 63. So magnitude of b is equals to under root of 8 by 63. That's all. Simple question only. Isn't it? Actually, and b you can find out here. Next question is given to you, just dot product evaluate करने के लिए, wherever you get a bar not b bar, that you need to take it as a. Eighth question is given to you the magnitude of the two vectors. Whether you are all having a textbook in front of you,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
textbook. If you are not having a textbook in front of you, tell me. Then I will show the questions to you. By showing the questions, I will explain to you. Whether do you have the Textbook in front of you or not?
We have.
Yes, sir, we have.
Huh?
We have, sir.
Have, sir.
Have, sir.
Okay, okay. No need of showing the questions now on the screen.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. So the two vectors, eighth question is given to you that find the magnitude of the two vectors A bar and B bar having the same magnitude such that the angle between the magnitude is same. That is nothing but magnitude of A and magnitude of B is equals to. And here it is given that angle between them is theta is equals to 60 degrees. Then the cos theta is cos 60 degrees value is equals to 1 by 2. And asking to, and their scalar product is given to you 1 by 2. Scalar product is 1 by 2 and asking to you to find out the magnitude of the two vectors. Can you do it? The question is given to you, two vectors magnitude is equals same. Okay, and angle between them theta is equals to 60 degrees, and the dot product of these two vectors is given to you as a 1 by 2. So the dot product is magnitude of A magnitude of B into cos 60 degrees is equals to 1 by 2. So magnitude of A into magnitude of A, both are equal. Both are equal. So cos 60 degrees 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 2. So magnitude of A square is equals to 1 we are going to get. So magnitude of A square is equals to 1 is nothing but, so magnitude of A value is equals to 1. Then magnitude of B value also equals to. Simple questions only. Even 9th question also you can do it. It's not very difficult to you. 10th question, find the value of lambda. When the it is given that A plus lambda B bar is perpendicular to C. So when the two vectors are perpendicular, A plus lambda B bar you can find out. A vector is given, B vector is given to you. A plus lambda B bar you can find out, and that is perpendicular to C, means if the two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product will be equals to 0. Dot product equal, you take 0. From that linear equation in terms of the lambda you are going to get it and find that solution for that. Okay. So 11th to 12th questions are all simple questions, you can do it. 12th question you see here, A bar dot A bar is equals to 0 and A bar dot B bar is equals to 0. What can you conclude about the B bar? It is given that A bar dot A bar is, see here, 12th question. A bar dot A bar is equals to 0. B bar dot, sorry, B bar dot B, no, A and B. The dot product of A and B is equals to 0 is given to you. A bar dot B bar is equals to 0, A bar dot A bar is equals to 0 given. So from this, what can you say about the B? Actually, when the dot product of the two vectors is equals to 0, this magnitude of that vector is equals to 0, because magnitude of A square equal to 0. So magnitude is 0 is nothing but the vector is itself 0. So this vector is 0 vector. When the A vector is 0 vector, B vector can be any other vector. The condition is what can be the B vector is the question. So it can be any other vector. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fun, is it okay? Very simple.
Yes, sir.
So 14th question you see here, if either the vector A equal to 0, B equal to 0, A bar dot B is equal to 0, but the converse need not be true. Justify your answer. Very interesting question. In the given two vectors, one vector is 0 vector, just then the dot product is 0. But that doesn't mean that if dot product of the two vectors is equals to 0 means, it doesn't mean that anyone can compulsory should be 0 vector. Normally,
Yes, sir. The angle must can be 90 degrees.
Yes, sir. Cos 90 is 0.
that is also not necessary. Can you give the one example for the two vectors whose dot product is 0? Dot product 0 avadanu example ivala. Already we have given one example. A is equals to I plus j you take. B is equals to I minus j you take. That's all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any vector, you take here 2i, 3j, and other vectors. B vector, wherever you take this, and B vector you can take that. J you don't take. Sit k vector or 4k. The dot product of these two vectors is equals to 0. Or you can give the any example such that the dot product will become 0. Did you get my point? Suppose here 2 I have given 2 3s are 6. Okay. 4 3s are 12, 18. ये दोनों का sum. 6 3s are 18. So 2i plus इधर minus दे दो. 4j plus 6k. 3i plus 3j minus 3k. That's all हो गया. If you give this example, because these two product is 6, these two product is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 6 3 is 18, 18 minus 18 is equals to 0. Like that you have to give the example, but they are not null vectors. The given vectors are not null vectors. Okay. Next. 15th question you see, the vertices of the triangle are given to you. Find the triangle and find the angle between the BA and BC. Angle between the BA and BC you find out. You are going to get it. So angle between the BA and BC means this question you try to concentrate here. The given question is this question. Most of the students will get confused. They are given to you the coordinates. A is 1, 2, 3, and B is given to you as a -1, 0, 0, and C is given to you as a 0, 1, 2. 3 points are given to you. 3 vertices are given to you, and you need to find out the angle between the BA and BC. That wait, question is disappear. It was closed actually. Find the angle ABC. Angle ABC is asking you to find out. Angle ABC is nothing but if you take this as a triangle ABC. BC between the angle between the BA and BC you need to find out. So you find out the vector BA. BA vector you need to find out. So BA vector is nothing but -1, -1. This one minus this. The vector here vertices are given to you. So most of the students may get confused. This you need to subtract that. So here whenever you are like B minus A means this one minus this one. So 1 minus 1 is 2. 1 minus of -1, 2i plus 2j plus 3k. This one minus this one minus this one minus this. Okay, that is BA, and BC vector you take. You take the find out the BC vector. BC vector is nothing but this minus this. So 1i, 1j, 2k. Okay. Now you find out the dot product between these two vectors. These two vectors you consider this as a vector. This consider as a B vector. If you consider the angle between these two vectors, you need to find out now. Angle between these two vectors is nothing but cos theta. You will find out the dot product of these two vectors by magnitude of this vector into magnitude of this vector. From this, you are going to get the theta value. Okay. And 16th question is given to you that the three vectors are collinear is given to you. Collinear is nothing but their magnitudes you find out. Means you need to find out the AB, BC, AC. AB, BC, AC vectors you find out. Okay. Then after finding the AB is nothing but B minus A. Means B coordinates minus A coordinates you need to do. AB means BC minus C minus B. AC means C minus A. Then their magnitudes you find out. So sum of the two magnitudes is equals to the third one magnitude is nothing but the given three points coordinates are The three coordinates are collinear. Okay. Next question is given the show these vectors from the vertices of right angle triangle. Same, right angle triangle is nothing but angle between them is 90 degrees. So their dot product should be is equals to any two vectors dot product should be equal to 0. Any two vectors dot product, or you can apply the Pythagoras theorem also. Square of the magnitude of the one vector is equal to sum of the squares of the magnitudes of the other two vectors. So then if you are proving that also, you will are going to get that required result. Okay. So like this you can solve these problems in easiest way. It's not more difficult to you.